should be good. If you hear me, let me know. But it should be working. Okay, this should be good. We're good? All right, we're good. What's going on, everybody? I haven't done a live stream. Well, actually, I did a live stream last week, but that was a sponsored live stream. I haven't done a live stream just for the hell of it in a while with everything that's been going on in my personal life, if you know me. But after today, I figured, what the hell? Why don't I come on here? Let's have a little chat. Let's talk about what's going on right now in the world of video games. Wait, I don't have a mod in here, so I would ask everyone, be respectful if you can. We don't need any nonsense going on with everything that's been happening. Let's see. What is Jesus? What does Jesus mean? Your mic is kind of staticky. Is it? Is it staticky? Let me know. He's in the Matrix. Are we good? Yeah, I'm trying to see if we're good or not. Paris, your mic is messing up beyond robotic. Interesting. Let me take a look at that. Give me a second. Mic feedback. Huh. What about now? What about now? Is it still bad? It's breaking up, but I'm occupied and my computer can't run for hardware stocks to stabilize. Something sounds a little like static, spotty, not constant. Interesting. Wonder what's happening. Is it good now? Keep talking. I'm talking. I am talking. I am on here talking, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking. Sounds good now. Sounds good now, mate. You know what it was? I had two streams open. So I think you were catching my mic twice, so it was making it weird. I think that's what was going on. Just roll with it. Good evening. I hope all is well. It's going in and out. Sounds better now. I get back and forth. I hear it sounds good now. I hear it's terrible. I'm going to keep talking, and it's still happening. And I don't know what the hell is going on. It's back? Sounds like a bit of interference or something like a phone. Really? I have no idea what the hell it could be then. I mean, this is how I normally stream. I wonder why you're getting static. I wonder what it could be. Here, I'm looking at my mic properties. Give me 1 second here. Mic's good. Just go with it. Sorry, I don't. Okay, it's perfect now. I'm gonna assume it's perfect. I'm not touching anything. It's working. But sometimes I go robot voice. Yeah, I don't have anything. Xbot, hey, we're in my live stream. This isn't Gamertag Radio, all that. I'll tell you right now that the Xbot console nonsense I don't do because I think it's very juvenile. So if we're going to have that kind of chat session, this is not something I want to do. I'd like to have a pretty reasonable conversation. I don't want to get into all the ridiculous console war nonsense because I would hope after today you guys would knock that stuff off because clearly I'm not. I mean, hell, I'm reviewing the Series X and the PlayStation 5 simultaneously right now. So let's just chill on that kind of stuff. I did want to come on here because I kind of wanted to talk about the Cyberpunk delay and everything that's been going on with that since it's pretty ridiculous. The fact that the devs are now getting death threats because of that. They delayed the game 3 weeks. Are we still talking about the mic thing? I'm looking at the chat now. Let's see. All right, the audio is fine now. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. I don't know what the hell happened with that, but if the audio is good now, I'm just gonna roll with it. But if it starts going crazy again, just let me know. Oh, what's up with that Spider-Man? Yeah, Danny did that. I knew about that yesterday. Danny, before he left New York, he got Spider Cuz to come up to 368 and they recorded that. It was freaking hilarious. I'm glad he was able to do that. Really funny. But just off the top, yes, if you've been following social media today, I am reviewing the PlayStation 5. Here's the DualSense controller. I'm actually staring at the PlayStation 5 right now. I'm under embargo, so there's not a lot I can talk about other than you got to see it powered off. You've seen the console. It's unboxed, and I'm playing stuff on it. Series X, I'm also under embargo. I'm playing stuff on it. At a later date, I'll be able to talk more freely about both of them. I will say you definitely want to check the channel in 2 hours at 9 p.m. Pacific. I have a 31-minute interview with Jason Ronald from the Xbox team. I believe his official title is he's the director of, what is it? The director of, he's whatever. He's a director, like a PM, but it's for the product team, for the hardware team. He does, I'm screwing up the title, but he has been overseeing all the development, the hardware development for the Xbox Series X and S, and we get into a conversation about that. It's really good. It'll be on Gamertag Radio and on this YouTube channel in 2 hours at 9 p.m. Pacific. And I cannot say when the embargo is lifted on either one. I will just say stay tuned. I'll also say this. You might want to check the channel tomorrow morning. I'll just say that. But I can't talk specifics about when embargoes, or yeah, I think he's a project manager. It could be director or project management for the product team for Xbox, something like that, for the platform team at Xbox. But yeah, so you might want to check the channel tomorrow. There may be something up tomorrow. Right now, I have the unboxing up for the PlayStation 5, so you can check that out. I really appreciate PlayStation giving me the opportunity to be able to review the hardware. It's a fantastic opportunity, obviously, going into the next generation, being able to, review both Xbox and PlayStation at the same time, go through the good, the bad of both. Like I said, I have a lot to say when the embargo lifts, but, these are next gen consoles for sure. Let's put it that way. And, PlayStation 5, has it answered my concerns? I will not answer that because stop buck okay, yeah, first of all, learn how to spell. And what the hell is buck dance? See, look, we're on my channel right now, and I pull no punches. I mean, I'm not gonna curse because my children on the other side of this wall, but the whole buck dancing, oh, you're a shill and you're this and you're that, I mean, let's just keep it real. Take the petty envy somewhere else. I mean, put yourself in my situation. If CD Projekt Red came to you and said, hey, we want to give you this chair, we want you to let it play Cyberpunk early, what are you going to do? You ain't going to say no. If Xbox comes to you and say, hey, we want you to review the Series X, you're not going to say no. If PlayStation comes to you and say, hey, we want you to review the PlayStation 5, you're not going to say no. Same with opportunities I've had with Logitech and other companies. Look, I'm very blessed and lucky to be in the position I'm in. But the one thing I refuse to let anyone say is that I'm not objective. I'm not honest and fair about my opinions about any of these things. So since you want to bring up CD Projekt Red, let's just go ahead and jump right into the delay for Cyberpunk 2077. I have been crystal clear from day one. Delay the game. Delay it. I am not a fan of crunch. Don't do crunch. They've obviously made their decision. They're doing crunch. I cannot control that. My concern first and foremost is about the people at that studio and the fact that they have to work crazy hours during a global pandemic to try and deliver a video game. I could care less. There's way more video games that are coming out this holiday that can entertain you. I don't need Cyberpunk 2077 in 2020 to entertain me. So yeah, I wish they'd delay it longer, but that's my personal opinion. So the fact that you're only getting a 21-day delay, I see no reason to complain about it. I absolutely see no reason for anyone to be threatening a dev, threatening their lives and saying all this crazy stuff. I got kids out there, stuff online to these devs. It's not their fault. Go blame upper management at CD Projekt Red. Clearly, they've underestimated COVID and just everything, the project planning to be able to deliver this game on time. So they had to delay it again. Fine. But the actual people themselves, the actual people that are making this game, you gosh darn right, I'm going to defend them online, because some of them I do know. Abso-freaking-lutely. Doesn't mean I'm kissing their butt or I'm trying to get this, that, or whatever. Hell, I've already played the game. I already got the stupid chair. I've already done all that stuff. I'm good. I'll be more than happy to go spend $60 on December 10th to play that game. I don't need them to give it to me for free or any of that. Do I want to review it? Absolutely. But I do think it's ridiculous for people to sit behind their keyboards anonymous and threaten these devs, or even say all this crazy stuff that they say to me. Look, I'll be fine. I'm a big boy. I got thick skin, whatever. But that's why I say, when I see a dumb comment like that in the chat, I'm going to call it out as such, because who are you? Who are you to tell me what I'm kissing butt on, or I need to stop doing this, or I need to stop doing that? I guarantee you, if you were in a position that you could play the game early, you'd do it. So I think it's absolutely ridiculous that someone would even say that. It honestly just comes down to you being jealous. That's literally what it's about. Oh, we bringing up Jason Schreier. Let me address this, because I've actually never really talked about Jason Schreier publicly. So here's how that went down. I was actually in Florida at the time. My mother, she passed away a couple weeks ago, but she was sick, and I was out there seeing my mother. And I saw the article about Crunch that he put out. I immediately retweeted. You can go check my timeline. It still exists. I immediately retweeted it, quote tweeted it, and agreed with him and said, yep, Crunch sucks. Hate it. Da-da-da-da-da. He's spot on. My issue was this. My issue was when the game went gold, when it was their day, that was their day to celebrate. He couldn't help himself but to be an a-hole and to say something super snarky on the day that they want to celebrate. He already won. He already got CD Projekt to respond and admit that they were doing Crunch. He didn't have to say anything. So I called him out on it. So then he tried to, quote unquote, cancel me by not responding to me, not saying anything to me, but to immediately dig into my timeline and pull up old pictures that I've obviously put out there on the public. I have nothing to hide, with the chair and all that stuff, and basically call me an influencer. Don't listen to me because CD Projekt Red gave me something, which still doesn't invalidate him being an a-hole. But because Jason Schreier is who he is, instead of actually having a conversation about it, because I said he had an agenda, which he does, instead of saying, hey, I don't have an agenda and here's why, he immediately blocks me and tries to, quote unquote, cancel me. But the problem is this. I'm 46 years old, about to be 47 years old. You can't cancel me when look, I'm good. I love doing this because I enjoy it. You can't cancel me. This isn't my day job. This isn't something that I have to 100% rely on. I do this because I love it. So I tell the truth. I say what I say. So absolutely, that dude had an agenda, and I make no apologies for that. And if anything, I double down on what I said, because look at how he acts. He can't handle confrontation. He can't handle a different point of view. Look at what Game Informer said a week after that. He couldn't handle it. So he went and immediately tried to discredit them instead of having a conversation about it. That's all I'm saying, because he's right about Crunch. No one's denying that. 100% he's right. But being an a-hole, he's guilty as charged. That's all I'll say about Jason Schreier. He blocked me. I've moved on. It doesn't matter. I'm going to keep doing what I do. So what else do we have in the chat here? Yeah, again, the Jason Schreier stuff is pointless. Again, he is good as a journalist. I take nothing away from him as a journalist. He clearly is great at what he does as far as being an investigative reporter and finding out the stuff about Crunch and all these studios and all that. But he has zero empathy. He has zero tact. And he's honestly an a-hole. I mean, that's my thing with him. He's an a-hole. And if I ever see him, I'll say it to his face. He's an a-hole. He could have handled that better. Absolutely do the reporting, but you didn't need to be a-hole on their day. That's all. So, what are we saying here? This is why I trust you and not other reviews. Good job. Professionalism goes a long way. And here's the thing. I always say, look, I will give my opinion. I will say what I like. I will say what I don't like. It is what it is. I will never tell anyone to listen to what I have to say. I will say this. Find people that you trust as far as opinions that you trust, be it in the media, be it your friends, be it an influencer, streamer, whatever, and use a cumulative batch of information to make up your own mind, because at the end of the day, it is your money. It is your money. So you buy and enjoy what you want. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Not a fan of the Avengers game. I think it is everything that Destiny was in its first year and Anthem was in its first year. That's what I think of Avengers right now, right? It has a long ways to go to fix itself. So I've called it out as such. And I have people that are absolutely upset at me about that because I gave my honest opinion and they enjoy the game. Here's the thing. Don't listen to me. If you enjoy a game like Avengers, hell, even when Anthem came out, people enjoyed Anthem. God bless you, enjoy it. I say it all the time. Destiny for me is the greatest 6.5 game ever made because I don't care what anybody says about Destiny because I like Destiny and I enjoy it and I play it, right? Doesn't matter what anybody else says about the game. It doesn't matter what review score comes from that game. I played it. I make up my own mind. Now, I understand with these consoles and none of this stuff is cheap. So you obviously are trying to take a bunch of opinions to base your purchasing decision on. But I will also say this, don't buy something day one. If that matters to you, if you not have your mind made up, if you're on the fence, don't buy it day one. Wait until it gets out into the real world and see what real world people, if people think I'm a shill and all this other crazy stuff that they say, don't listen to me, right? Just because I got the PlayStation 5 and the Series X right now, just because I'll probably review Cyberpunk, don't listen to me then. Wait until other people have it. Wait until it's in everyone's hands and then make up your mind. I think that's the biggest thing people need to understand when it comes to this stuff is I will never ask you to trust my opinion. I appreciate the people that do because I try to be as honest as I possibly can about stuff. I will tell you what I like and don't like. Cyberpunk, as an example, when I played it, didn't like the driving, didn't like the melee. Those are two things they 100% have to fix before it comes out. I've said it directly to them. They know they've taken that feedback and I know they're working on it. So we'll see on December 10th. You know, Destiny is a game that has its freaking roller coaster. It has, like, when Beyond Light comes out, I guarantee you we'll all be loving it. And, oh, this Beyond Light's great, great, great. And then 3-4 months from now, all right, I got nothing left to do. God, Destiny sucks now. Oh, they need the weapon balance again. Oh, the loot's not good. There's going to be all this stuff. It happens with games. I guarantee you, I'll give you my honest opinion right now. I won't use that one because I'm reviewing it because I don't want to break embargo. But Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I have not been impressed with that game during the preview period. God honest truth, I've just not been. So I'm very hesitant with that game going into review time. I just am. And I know there's a lot of people that enjoy Assassin's Creed. I was a huge skeptic of Odyssey. It convinced me once the final game came out, and I hope the same thing happens with Valhalla. But right now, I'm not seeing it. So we'll see. And Anthony, hey, what's going on, man? Thank you for the super chat. And you're saying I'm having audio issues again? Dang, I honestly, I don't know what's going on with the audio. I really don't. Great. Okay. Okay, let me look at this again. Let's see. There's a net runner hacking my audio. Maybe they're telling me, shut up, stop talking. Need to pick up that Shure mic. Actually, this mic is the one I have. It's Audio Technica. It's great. So what about now? Is the voice? And somebody said they texted me. Let's see. What do we got here? Gosh darn it. I don't know what's causing the mic issues, unfortunately. I don't know. So what about now? I'm just gonna keep talking. Is it fine now? Sounds good now. I don't know what's happening. You might be peaking. Maybe talk softer. Here, let's do this. I turned down the mic volume, so I may not be coming in as loud. How do I sound now? Yeah, sorry, Tanya. I wasn't checking text. I didn't see it. Just keep perfectly still. Okay, I'm perfectly still. I'm still. So how about now? It sounds good now? You sound fine most of the time. Just a weird sound comes in sometimes. Okay, I'm going to keep talking in, and thank you for the text. Hold on. Let me respond to this really quick. All right. So it's not peaking, part of the thing. Yeah, maybe it was just peaking. I did look and the mic was all the way at the max. Maybe that was the problem. Okay, good. Glad it is. So I saw a couple questions in here, and by the way, people sent super chat. Really appreciate that. Um, Hold on, I'm trying to find where that question was. I know people were asking me about the death threats with CDPR. I kind of talked about that already. And what was this one? Occasionally turn into Royce from Cyberpunk. I'll just keep going. I will quickly recap what I was saying with CD Projekt Red before, in case that came in fuzzy or whatever. And again, people in here watching, you want to share it out or whatever, I really appreciate it. But no, the 100-hour work week thing that Jason Schreier reported today absolutely sucks. I hope it's not true, but it very well may be. And that absolutely sucks, which is why I was saying before, I would rather them delay this game longer and not have to crunch than to crunch and get the game with only, get it in December 10th is basically what I'm saying. Maybe 21 days isn't enough. If they need to delay it 90 days and they don't have to crunch, I'd rather them do that. A God honest truth. I'd rather see this game come out in February than to come out in December if it means they don't have to crunch. Crunch absolutely sucks. It does. I will never defend that, and I think it's horrible. Now, the other part I was saying with that, to make it short and sweet, is I think the people that are disappointed, because I am disappointed too, it's a bummer that the game's not coming out November 19th. But I will say to those that are so disappointed to the point that they are now threatening the lives of developers online, number one, grow up. Seriously. I mean, because, it is easy to be a tough guy on the internet when you hide behind a mouse and a keyboard, but never threaten anybody. I mean, that is absolutely childish and ridiculous to threaten someone over a video game, especially the people that are already working crazy hours during a global pandemic to deliver something to you that is digital entertainment. So I hope that stuff ends. Thank you, Anthony, again for the super chat. Yeah, Uncle Gamer, man, OG for sure. But like, as I was saying, that is absolutely ridiculous. And, I have the letter up here from Cyberpunk, and they're explaining part of the delay is the fact that they're putting this game out across 9 different platforms at this point, the consoles, PC, and Stadia. It sucks. It does suck. Again, I'd rather them just delay it out of 2020. I hope people don't have to crunch to deliver this on time. I get there is a huge financial thing with this, but I am sympathetic to the people that are working. I mean, that's where my sympathy will always go. As much as I want this game, probably more than anybody on this planet, I want Cyberpunk 2077. I can wait. There's plenty of other games to play, so we'll see what happens here over the next 6 weeks, and hopefully, we get the game and these guys don't have to crunch too much. And if they are crunching, hopefully they are compensated for all these extra hours and their families are taken care of. Me being just a random guy in California, that's all I can hope for. But at the end of the day, the mental health and welfare of the people at CD Projekt Red mean way more to me than the game. And I'm very sincere when I say that, and I hope people can understand that as well. And since I'm actually checking my text messages now. That's funny. Okay. But yeah, so it sucks with the Cyberpunk thing. I mean, it's just, look, I can tell you guys, as you can watch the preview vid I put out. Well, God, that was like 4 months ago now, but the game's incredible. Trust me, it is going to be worth the wait. Just from what I got to play, the game is absolutely incredible. It is not perfect. I think people need to also wrap their heads around that as well. This game will not be perfect. It will have issues. As I said before, the driving in the melee wasn't good. And when I played it, hopefully it's better when we get the final game. But the game won't be perfect. No game is perfect. But you can still love a game with flaws. Hell, any game that you love has flaws. So we'll see what happens. Another thing, which it had dawned on me, and he clarified this, Jeff Keighley did say that Cyberpunk now will not be eligible for the Game Awards this year. It'll be next year. But there's still a lot to play this holiday, so I think we'll be fine. Again, just people that are chiming in now. Yes, I do have the PlayStation 5. I can't really talk about it under embargo. Same with the Series X. Can't talk about it because of embargoes. I will say I have an interview with Jason Ronald. He is the director of project management for the platform team at Xbox, and I had a nice 30-minute conversation with him. talking about the Series X and the S hardware. We talked about how the S will not hold back game development. We talked about the velocity architecture. We talked about basically the custom SSD, the PCIe 4.0 SSDs that they're using, how with that velocity architecture and just the way everything, just the speed, the faster load times, the quick resume, how this is going to change game development moving forward. We're going to really start seeing some more unique experiences because of this change to architecture. And this is not just with Xbox. Obviously, it's going to span over to PlayStation as well because they're obviously using an even faster SSD. So it's going to be real fun to see where games go in the next couple of years. But check that out. That interview will actually be out at 9 p.m. Pacific right here on this channel. So please give that a listen. Or if you don't want to watch it, you can go to Gamertag Radio and download the audio version as well. What is this? I'm reading the chat right now. Okay, first of all, see G Shorter. We get that rematch in 2 weeks. The Saints at Bucks. Yep. And we got AB now. I'm feeling really good about my Bucks. We're definitely a Super Bowl contender. I mean, old man Brady's doing his thing, and I'm super excited for that. Nightwolf, what are you saying? Did you hear about drop frames having? Yes, I did. I'm really looking forward to that interview. Phil Spencer is always a good interview. He's very insightful, and I really love how he's turned around the Xbox ecosystem here since 2016, adding things like Game Pass, obviously all the new hardware services, xCloud, the whole thing. And what's this? D Daily. So Paris, now that Cyberpunk is out of the Game of the Year convo, The Last of Us 2 or Final Fantasy VII Remake takes it. It's funny you say that. It's probably The Last of Us 2. I'd honestly go with Ghost of Tsushima if it was me. I wasn't the biggest fan of The Last of Us 2, but I can understand why it would win Game of the Year. But I would say the most fun I've had gaming this year was Ghost of Tsushima for me. I hope something like Fall Guys gets some consideration. It won't win, but I hope it at least gets some consideration because I feel it's a great community game. And Waltfield, thank you for the super chat. And you're asking me, could Google Stadia be a part of the delay? October 15th was announced a new platform to optimize for. Seems like Google cut a big check. Yeah, see, it's funny you say that. I actually agree with you. I think Google Stadia is part of the problem here because from all indications, it was not coming at launch. Nobody was talking about it on Stadia at launch. And then magically, the last night City Wire, it's coming at launch. I do think that's a problem. That's something I have to test. And damn you, Google, if you're the bottleneck here that's stopping me from getting Cyberpunk. And I don't even want to mispronounce this, but it looks like Kesobi. I hope I'm saying that right. I apologize. Thank you for the super chat. Maybe, again, the hoodie. I want one. Can we buy? Oh, are you talking about the Gamertag Radio hoodie? I don't think we sell it anymore. I have to talk to Pete. I talked to Pete and see. I don't think we sell this anymore. We were selling this a couple years ago. And I'm afraid Cyberpunk 2077 has a problem with the OG Xbox One. Yeah, I've been saying this. And my dog's barking. Why are you barking? All right, they'll deal with that. But yeah, I was saying this. I was on a Cyberpunk live stream last week with Dantix, RX, and Neon Arcade, and I mentioned that too. That you will not see the OG Xbox One and PlayStation 4 versions of that game until right before launch. I don't expect them to be very optimized. I expect there to be some frame drops and some other issues. I think if you get it on the Xbox One X or the PS4 Pro, you'll be fine. Obviously, the next-gen consoles and PC, you'll be fine. And Cross Raven, this delay is indefensible. Personally, I think Adam Badowski should personal apologize on camera like a humble Japanese dev. I disagree. I think shit happens in a global pandemic, and I think, crunch sucks. I don't defend that, but I'm not going to get too upset about a 3-week delay. I'm just not. So. Go Rays. Yep. I honestly, I'm so nervous. I don't even want to watch the game right now. I have no idea what the score is going to be, anything. I'm probably not going to tune in until I jump off of here. Hopefully they pull this out, get it to Game 7, get it. It's going to be Snell tonight, and then it'd be Charlie Morton, Game 7. So fingers crossed. And honestly, I feel like PS4 and Xbox One aren't the problem. I think they're having problems with the port of Series X and the PS5. That's very high speculation. I'm not even going to touch that one. That's interesting that you would think the next gen consoles are the issue when it would just be backwards compatibility. So that one I don't understand. And Steven, thank you. Yes, I am doing okay. Thank you. And again, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I appreciate that. Like I said, we will have an episode of Gamertag Radio out tonight. And then I don't know if Pete's going to join me, but I will be doing a live stream next Sunday for GTR. Or this coming Sunday, I should say. And I want to be critic. Thank you for the super chat. Now that Cyberpunk is delayed, when are we going to... Are we dropping some Primevals when this new... Oh, yeah, that's the one byproduct of this is now I feel like I can squeeze in some time to play Destiny 2 on November 10th. I was actually stressed about that because there was the real scenario that I would be reviewing Cyberpunk during that time. And I'm pouring all my energy into that game when I start reviewing it. So in a weird way, I have a slight sense of relief because of that. And we have huge spike of codes in Poland. I think it doesn't help. Exactly. We are going through a global pandemic. That's what people need to understand. COVID is a real thing right now. So I will always side on that. I will err on the side of caution, however you say it, that I'm going to be respectful that people are trying to do all this stuff from home. And because of that, stuff happens and things are not going to happen as quickly as we think. So, and then Dimitri, what's up, Paris? What? Oh, I lost the chat. Let me pull it back up. It's going fast. It's been a while, man. Saw the post about your. I'll appreciate that. Yeah, I haven't live streamed in a while. I mean, I did the sponsor one last week. Obviously, there's just been a lot going on in my life the past couple months. So life does need to go on. So starting this week, I'm trying to get back into the flow of everything. Silent McD, what are your thoughts on Watch Dogs Legion? Ask me soon, and I'll tell you. That's all I can say. I am reviewing Watch Dogs Legion, but I'm under embargo, so I can't really talk too much about it right now. Do you think because of the delay, they're going to be re-adding, reworking stuff they were planning on attacking? I doubt it. From what I understand, these delays are just all about optimization and squashing bugs. I don't see them adding in any features before launch. Now, obviously, there's stuff they could probably add back into the game when the expansions come out, which we've not even heard about those yet, which they said we would. So there's still a lot of information out there. I'm still waiting to hear about the 4K settings on the PC side as well, 4K ultimate ray tracing settings, what's going to be optimal ultra settings and all that. They haven't talked about that yet either. And here we go with the mic again. Is the mic acting weird again? I apologize for this. I've never had this issue with this mic. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. Let's see here. How about that? Let me know. Let me know if it's still weird audio. I'm just gonna keep talking. And level 100 boss, how confident are you about the release date? Personally, I think this will be the last day. I hope it is. Honestly, at this point, I wouldn't be confident of anything. We just simply don't know. I guess we'll find out on December 10th. Thank you, Mateus. I appreciate that. And Arctic, thank you for hopping in, being a mod, man. Like I said, I just did this last minute. I had no expectations of being a mod. I really appreciate it. What is the first games you're going to play on Series X and PlayStation? That is a fantastic question. And I would say on PlayStation 5, the first game that I'm going to play will be Spider-Man Miles Morales. I'm pretty confident that Spider-Man Miles Morales will be the first game that I play. On Series X, that is a better question. I'm not sure. I mean, this is public knowledge. I've been playing a lot of Gears 5 on the Series X because during the preview they were able to get the optimized version. But I mean, let's just keep it real here about the Series X. There's no launch games. It was all about Halo for the Series X. Everything is mostly some third-party stuff, and obviously it was going to be Halo. But now that we don't have Halo, they're leaning on third-party and backwards compatibility stuff. It's just bottom line. I'll say this. It'll be Watch Dogs. It'll be Watch Dogs Legion. That'll probably be the first game I play on Series X. Official next-gen optimized version of a game. And Thomas, thank you for the super chat. Got to try to be understanding beyond excited for the game, but I can't help but feel like this will not be the last delay temperament. And that's smart. I would temper my expectations too. Look, I'm truly hoping it is the last delay, but look, until we get, I'd say until we get to around about December 5th, I would temper expectations. Nice chair. Yeah, this chair gets me in so much trouble. Maybe it's my mouth. Maybe I talk about it too much. That's what gets me in trouble. Try Valhalla on the X. I'll say this. I'm gonna review Valhalla on PC. It will not be on the Series X. That's where I'll be reviewing it. Man, I hope this doesn't make the game too unrealistic. Like, if the game isn't perfect, people are gonna riot. And you know what? That will be a problem. I do think expectations will be too high for this game. I do think there will be people that will be disappointed by this game. I just think it's human nature. I really do. Because the game won't be perfect. If you go back to 2015, The Witcher 3 had a lot of problems at launch, and they had to quickly patch them and get it fixed. The Witcher 3 itself is not perfect, but I adore that game. You have to take the good with the bad when it comes to this stuff and understand that not everything is going to be perfect. Do I think that Blessing from Kind of Funny is the king of Halloween? Yes, I do. Shout out to Blessing. You are the king of Halloween. Sorry, Greg. And what else do we have here? Yeah, I big Fixer, I believe that's how you're saying. I agree. The game at this point does have some overhype to it. I've tried to say, look, I have played it. A lot of the stuff that, let me put it this way. Let's talk about Cyberpunk for a second. That 48-minute demo from 2018, I played every scenario in that demo. That is a 100% real, and it has been improved since then. That is legit. I also did some cool stuff that you did not see in that demo, and I talk about it in a preview. The game's incredible. Don't get me wrong. They are doing things in Cyberpunk 2077 that other games aren't doing, for sure. You will be surprised at how the dialogue system works, how you will interact with NPCs. It's fantastic. When you get into the hacking, when you start making your builds, just the cyberware you can be able to get, the weapons, everything. It's good. It's good. The bad, the driving, sucks. Didn't like it. It was way too sensitive, in my opinion. The melee was not good. It just didn't feel good to do. So there is still work to be done. We'll see on December 10th, knock on wood. And people can judge accordingly. I will say this. If I am blessed enough to get a review copy and I'm able to play it early and have a review out before the game is out, I will promise you that I will give you my 100% honest opinion on the game. I will talk about the good. I will be excited about the good. I will talk about the bad, and I will make an emphasis on the bad. And I will talk about everything in between, things they can improve, all of that, because that's how passionate I am about the game. And that's where, and I talked about this earlier, that's where when I do get these weird snipes about, you kiss CD Projekt Red's ass, and the yellow chair guy and all that kind of stuff, fine, I'll take it. I don't care. But people have to understand that I'm a gamer first. You know, all this influencer stuff and all that is great. You know, I truly appreciate that people respect my opinion that way. But I'm a gamer first. I fell in love with that game at E3 2018, and I've been excited about it ever since. When I came out of there and I said, this is Ghost in the Shell, Cowboy Bebop, and Blade Runner, I meant it, and I still mean it, because after playing it, it freaking is. And that's what I want people to be excited about, because that's my honest opinion. But the game won't be perfect. It won't. You know, there will be issues with Cyberpunk 2077. But I want to enjoy it, and I truly hope to enjoy it. And if I do, you guys will know. I hope to spend hundreds, if not thousands of hours in Night City, doing all kind of different scenarios and things. But if it doesn't live up to it, I promise you guys I will tell you that. I will tell you, it's overhyped, I don't know, blah, 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 for X, Y, and Z. Buyer beware. If it warrants that, I don't think it will, but I'm just letting you know that I'm not afraid to talk bad about something that I enjoy. So hope you guys can understand that and appreciate that. Matt is asking me, what have I been playing on the Switch? Right now, nothing. I'll be honest with you. I have not turned on my Switch in a while. Like, I took it with me to Florida. I never used it. Never used it on playing anything. Yeah, Sharif, I agree with you. I'm fully prepared for Cyberpunk to have a bunch of games the first few weeks as well. Wait, is the mic screwing up again? I just hear the mic. I hope the mic's not screwing up. I really do. Hope it's not screwing up. And I wonder if it's not the hype that's too high. It's for gamers. Expectations are unrealistic. I think it's a combination of both when it comes to that. I do. Yeah. Texture loaded in 1 second too late. That's funny. It seems to be a sound issue. I've never had this happen before. Give me a second. I am going to re-plug in my mic. Let's see. All right, what about that? What about that? The mic glitch is dope. Some static on your mic. This is a huge game. I can wait additional 22 games. 21. Yeah. Let me know. Yeah, Cyberpunk calling on the mic. That's funny. Yeah, I can't wait to go back and re-listen to this because I have no idea why I'm having mic issues. That's so funny. No issue. No idea, I should say, why. Here, let me see if I can fix this. Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm having that issue. Now you'd say it sounded good again. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. The Voodoo Boys are getting revenge. I know. Beyond the Black Wall. Yeah, I know. At the rate we're going, it might be in 2077, right? The mic is still crazy? I don't know. Try screaming. Yeah, I don't know why this mic is screwing up. This is so weird. I don't know what's happening. Actually, what time is it? What time is it here? It's probably the audio. I've never had this issue before. This is literally the mic I use to stream. This is what I do voiceovers with. Everything. This the same setup that I'm talking right now. Unless I'm having some weird packet loss. That's the only other thing I can think of. Maybe that's it. Could be. Could be having some weird packet issues. The people talking about Watch Dogs Legion. I'm actually reviewing Watch Dogs Legions right now. I'll talk about it soon. I'll just put it that way. Oh boy, why did you see Star Wars Pod Racer release? No, I did not see that. Carly Klossy, am I surprised there's no Black American games in Cyberpunk? Well, you'd have to talk to Mike Pondsmith about that because he is a Black American and he is the one that created the world of Cyberpunk. So this is his vision. I just got a word of advice to move. The only other thing I can think of, the only thing that has changed in here, I'm talking about the mic again, is because I'm looking at it. The PlayStation 5 is literally right here in front of me. It's the only thing that's changed in this room. So I don't know. Embargo Bear's gonna come through. Yeah. Jamie King, I'm stuck. What should I get? Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5? Here's my advice. Both will be amazing with third-party games. So it really comes down to the first-party lineup for both. Which one do you play more? If you love playing Uncharted, Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Days Gone, Horizon Zero Dawn, and all that kind of stuff, go get a PlayStation. If you're into Forza and Gears and Halo and all that, Game Pass, go get an Xbox. Honestly, if you can afford it, and I understand, especially right now, that may not be realistic, but if you can afford it, get both, because both are amazing. I mean, that's the God honest truth. If you can have both, get both. And I love how I just had the score ruined for me. Dodgers up 2-1 at top of the seventh, one out. Thanks. I didn't want to know that. Did not want to know that. Sony's bugging me, making sure I don't break embargo. Nah, I'm good on embargo. I ain't breaking nothing. Absolutely, Game Pass is worth it. I think it is the future of the way we will consume gaming content. The subscription service. I do. Do you think PlayStation and Nintendo will welcome Game Pass in their ecosystem? No, I don't. I don't see that happening. And Phil Spencer actually just recently talked about that in an interview that, it's not going to happen, at least not anytime soon. And your mic is probably because the PlayStation 5 is getting revenge for you not reviewing it yet. I can't review it yet because the embargo for the review is not here. As the game is delayed, at least we have more Night City Wire episodes. Look, I'd rather the game come out and they not do Night City Wire. How about that? But I do enjoy them. They're good. Yeah, Dimitri, I talked about this earlier. I am lukewarm to Valhalla. We'll see. I just didn't have a lot of fun with it in the preview. But I didn't have a lot of fun with Odyssey in the preview either, and Odyssey wound up being amazing. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll just put it this way. I don't have the same enthusiasm for Valhalla that I do for even Watch Dogs or Cyberpunk, obviously, which both are also open world games. And do you think there's going to be another delay in Cyberpunk? I hope not. I would just say temper expectations when it comes to Cyberpunk and delays. But 21-day delay, not bad. Obviously, the game is done since it went gold. Hopefully, that 21 days will be enough for them to squash and optimize any issues with bugs that they may have. If I could have one cyberware implant in real life, what would it be? I'd probably take visual cyberware implants or something. Probably either that or I'd get the Gorilla Arms. No, Tokyo, I have not played the Stadia demo for Phoenix Immortals. I was supposed to do a preview for Phoenix Immortals, but just stuff going on in my personal life, I had to pass on it. So I have not played that game. Danny did play it and said he really enjoyed it, and I've seen other people playing it say they really enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to that when it comes out. And what else do you have here? Yeah, Dimitri, I hope so. I hope so with the settlement feature and all that. I just know when I played it, I was just kind of, I mean, just the Corsair optics. But yeah, so we'll see. I'm not telling nobody no. If you're excited for it, please be excited for it. I'm just saying for me, it didn't grab me. But Odyssey didn't grab me either in the preview period. But the final game did. So we'll see. I'm gonna review it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it on PC when the review time comes. But I'm not going into it like super hyped. That's just being honest. Speaking of PlayStation 5, do I think Sony will eventually bundle PlayStation Now with PlayStation Plus? I think PlayStation Plus and PS Now, I could potentially see that happening because I think both will evolve. So they both could merge. Godfall, that's an interesting one. That's another one that there's a high chance I will play. Either early for review or right after launch. Another one I've just not been enthusiastic about, but I'm willing to give it a chance. And what else do we have here? And now I'm hearing my audio is low. Is my audio low? Let me know. Let me know. Oops, what did I do? I ended the stream. No, I didn't. I'm still here. But I don't know why my audio Maybe I should just need to reboot this PC. Maybe that's why I'm having the weird audio issues. Let's see. Let's open that back up. Do we? Okay, I didn't see the chat there. Which game are you asking me if we were going to see console footage? If it's for Cyberpunk, I think you will at the end, like right before it comes out. But I don't think you're going to see it anytime soon. Tony, what is up, man? How you doing? Like I said, I just figured I'd hop on here. I'm actually going to hop off of here quick. I've been having weird audio issues anyways. I got to figure out what the heck is going on. Do I think the delay is going to hurt them after many delay people? Have I heard anything about mod support for Cyberpunk? I have not. That I have not. I'm gonna end the stream because, like I'm saying, I'm having these weird audio issues, and I'm noticing even now it seems like even the video on my end is starting to look a little choppy. So something's going on. I don't know if it's my internet. I don't know if it's PC or what, but this is like the first time I've ever had this issue. Like I said, maybe it is Cyberpunk trying to hack me. I don't know. I will not answer that last question, but I appreciate everyone that was hanging out in here. Hopefully I can get back in the groove of doing more live streams. Like I said, in an hour at 9 p.m. Pacific, I have an interview that will be up with Jason Ronald from Xbox. We're talking about the Series X and S hardware. Also come back to the channel early tomorrow morning. There'll be something else out as well. As far as PlayStation 5 and Series X reviews and all that stuff, under embargo, can't say when. They're both coming soon. I'll just put it that way. And okay, see, now you get me to stay, LC Vigilante. Why am I shilling? I truly want to hear why I'm shilling, because I'm gonna stop letting that shit go when people say that. So I want you to tell me why I'm shilling. I literally want to hear why. I think this will be such a fascinating conversation. So no, I'm not gonna leave yet, because I want to hear. I want to hear this. I want to know why. Guarantee I don't get an answer. Guarantee it. Because I'm tired of this petty envy, jealousy nonsense where what am I supposed to do? You know, because if you were in my situation, you're going to play Cyberpunk early. You're going to review these consoles early too. So I want to hear it. I truly want to hear it. Shilling is a term where I guess people are saying that, I don't know, you're kissing butt or something, I think, or you're only doing it for the money or whatever. It's some stupid term. It's some juvenile term. Let's see. And of course, he doesn't respond. So another anonymous internet coward that loves to come in chats and say crazy stuff that we both know they would never say in person. That's the other thing that I've learned. People love to say things behind a camera. And wait a minute, totally shilling, dude. You aren't allowed to take advantage that life gives you. I know, right? No, but people love to say crazy stuff when they're anonymous. And yeah, like a brown noser, that's a good one. But they love to say crazy stuff when they're anonymous. But the funny thing that I've noticed over the years, people will say all this crazy stuff to me on social media and in the chat and streams and stuff like this. But then when they see me at an event, they run up to me and want to be my best friend. It happens every time. Every time. So, you know, with everything that's happened in my life recently, I'm tired of taking the high road on that. And I am going to start calling this stuff out because it's ridiculous. You know, I worked very hard to get where I am. And I am not ashamed of that because it's the truth. And the fact that certain companies and brands have had enough faith in me to allow me these opportunities, I'm very thankful for them. I always thank them. But there's nothing wrong with that, because if I'm not doing it, someone else is going to do it. And why is that wrong? I really want to know why that's supposed to be wrong, because I don't understand it. Because I think I hold myself, you know, I think I hold myself, you know, in a very good place of always being respectful, you know, trying to come at these conversations from a mature standpoint and not devolve into this childish nonsense that are console wars. So I'm going to say this real quick because this is my stream and I can do whatever I want. One thing about today that I'll admit I took some selfish satisfaction in is all these people that have been coming at me the past few months, because I've obviously worked very closely with Microsoft and Xbox on certain things, and they think that makes me biased. And, oh, you're an Xbot, you're a shill for this, blah, 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 blah. You hate PlayStation and all that. Oh, just making these wild assumptions about me when none of it's true, because if you actually watch or listen to my content, I'm very objective when it comes to this stuff. I call it like I see it. So today was a little sweet for me because the fact that PlayStation also recognizes that, and PlayStation wanted me to have their hardware. They wanted me to review their next generation console and all the accessories and games that come with it. And those same detractors that are absolutely relentless on social media that constantly attack me for this nonsense, not a peep today. Not a peep. Like, I even had one who, got to make fun of the chair, make fun of my appearance and all that. Literally a couple hours before I acknowledged that I had a PlayStation 5, was doing that, and why PlayStation would never work with me and all this nonsense. So, checkmate when it comes to that. Because like I said, I work very hard to be where I am right now. I do take this seriously when it comes to giving my opinion about this. I think it's absolutely ludicrous when people try and say that I'm biased or whatever. Am I a fan of certain things? Absolutely. I make no secret that I'm a fan of Cyberpunk, Destiny, things like that. But I'm also their harshest critics too, because that's the point. You criticize the things that you love, right? So if anything, I'm going to be even harder on things that I want to see succeed, because I want them to be the absolute best they can be. So I'm going to stop talking and just simply say that when the reviews come out for the Series X and the PlayStation 5, you will get my 100% honest opinion. When the review comes out for Cyberpunk 2077, you will get my 100% honest opinion. And that's all I can do. As for the passive-aggressive subtweeting people online that love to attack me, my appearance, the way I talk, just the things that I get, all that, I mean, God bless you, man. That's all I can say. Life is short. I'm trying to enjoy my time here. I think those same people, if they would spend more energy in actually playing the games that they love to complain about online, they'd be a lot happier. And I'll just leave it at that. So I appreciate you guys hanging out here on the stream. This is always fun. I haven't done it in a while. I want to get back to doing it more. But I appreciate all you guys. And yeah, man, we'll be back soon, or I'll be back soon. But like I said, 1 hour back on the channel again with Jason Ronald. Check out that interview. I hope you guys appreciate that. Come back to the channel tomorrow, and I will have more stuff up as well. So, all right, man, I am out of here. Hope you guys have a good night.